Hello Aquarius, this is Ashley. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to do a reading for you for the week of October 17th. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to pull some additional cards to see what might be coming up for you specifically for the full moon in the sign of Aries that's happening this week. So we're going to look at a strength, a challenge, and then the potential outcome for you. Now this reading is not going to resonate for every Aquarius out there, so make sure to check your other placements. You can look down below in the description box, check out the schedule for when those elements get released every week, or you can certainly hit that notification bell and get notified that way. If it is your reading, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. Definitely helps me to know how these readings are landing for you and helps the channel to grow. Now this week we are having Mercury station direct finally, so I will pin the Mercury retrograde bonus readings that I did at the end of this video. If you want to look at that post-shadow period, we are entering into that period this week in case you want a little refresher on what was in store for you. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Wands. The Knight of Cups, the Star, there you are right at the center, and the King of Cups, Judgment, the Four of Swords, and the Hermit. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. So some sort of new loving beginning potential here. Could certainly be an offer of love that is coming in. Now the Ace of Cups can also be about some new beginning for you that just makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. You can see that the cup is running over here. So we'll see how that's coming into play. Now we do have the Divine Feminine showing up here as part of the potential outcome. So we'll see if this is shifting into a love reading or not. Now in your strength position, we have a message in a bottle. So you could certainly be getting a message from someone that is showing up as a positive thing for you. This can also be kind of just like synchronicity, downloads, you know, any kind of message that comes in for you. It doesn't have to be from another person. It could just be, you know, a message that comes through clearly in a dream state, that kind of thing. So that's showing up as a strength. We have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and Judgment. Now it does feel like somebody might be presenting you with a cup, with that Knight of Cups there. It could be someone from your past. But it does feel like, it does feel strongly tied with it being a message in a bottle and us coming out of this Mercury retrograde. I do feel like that probably ties in somehow. So if there's been something that you've kind of been thinking about and pondering as a theme during this Mercury retrograde, that could be coming up here for you to make a decision about with the Judgment card. Now, the Queen of Wands here, this is someone that is very passionate, someone that is very confident, and someone that is almost kind of mystical in their nature, because they are vibing so high that they attract in what it is that they desire. It's almost like magician energy here. You can see that this Queen of Wands has this black cat here on the card, and that signifies like omens and messages and synchronicities. So it's interesting that she's showing up just below this message in a bottle here. So we'll kind of see what might be coming through here for you in your strength position. Why do we have the Queen of Wands? We have the Chariot, so we have fire energy there with the Queen of Wands. Could certainly be Leo. We also have Cancer and the Four of Cups. And with the Knight of Cups, we have the Sun, some more Leo showing up here, and the Queen of Swords. And then with Judgment, we have the Tower and the Nine of Cups. So plenty of Scorpio there as well, some air. So it's interesting because I kind of feel like this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Swords may actually be the same person. Doesn't have to be, so I'm going to read it both ways. But my intuitively, this feels like the same person. So it feels like this Queen of Wands, this very passionate, confident person, may have come in and spoken with you because they have this intention to move on, move forward. There's something not emotionally satisfying taking place for this person. With this Four of Cups, you can see that the cup is out there, but he's not digging it, right? Or is not seeing it. Now, in this case, I do feel like this Queen of Wands sees the cup and doesn't want it. And is perhaps deciding to kind of take control and move on. Now, with the Knight of Cups, we have the Sun and the Queen of Swords. And why I feel like this is the same person is I feel like this person has come in and presented you with this cup, right? Because they know what they want. They're clear on what they want. They want happiness. I mean, look at all this warmth coming through with the Sun and the Queen of Wands. They both have that Leo energy to them with the Sun and those sunflowers. See, they both have sunflowers on the card. So it's like this person, this feminine energy. Now, it doesn't have to be a woman, right? This feminine energy seems to know what it is that they want and what makes them happy. It's like they have this clarity on what gives them life. And that's really what that sunflower is representing. The sun gives us life, right? And so I do feel like they've come towards you, because there you are, with this cup, and they've made this offer. Now, I do feel like there's a potential that you don't want to accept this cup, and then they will decide to move on here. Now with the Judgment, we have the Tower of the Nine and the Nine of Cups. So in some way, I feel like this is something that you have wanted, right? But now that it's here, it's causing a shakeup. And I think it's because you're being called to make a choice. The Judgment card here. And it feels like kind of like in Ultimatum, almost. Because that Tower energy that's there, it's like if you don't accept the cup, they're going to move on. And that might cause a shakeup for you. If you do accept the cup, that also causes a shakeup. So I think either way, you're kind of in this position of this being like a dream come true. I mean, it is showing up as your strength, but it's going to force a change regardless of which way you go here. Now, in your challenge position, we have spring, and it says, see your seeds grow. And so it may feel like at this time, the thing that is difficult is that you haven't yet seen something come to fruition. You may have been planting, new seeds of intention, and yet they haven't started to grow quite yet. It's like you're still in winter, right? Instead of spring. Now we have the Five of Wands, the Star, and the Four of Swords. And I think that there's clearly some internal conflict here about if this is something you are capable of healing and kind of incorporating into your life. And I feel like saying incorporating into your life because you can see that, she's pouring water into the pond, and she's also pouring it onto the land, and it's like taking the water and putting it into the land. She's like incorporating it. I don't know if that's just the word that came through. So I'm going with it. I try not to question what I get, but that's kind of what it feels like. It's like almost tempering it in, kind of like the Temperance card. But I also feel like in some ways, there's like a deep knowing about this person that you have within you. And so I think on some level you recognize that them coming forward with this message, with this offer of love, is a blessing. But it is causing some havoc here for you, because I don't know that you feel quite ready. Like maybe you don't feel like you've planted your seeds. You haven't had the chance, or something's not quite coming to fruition yet the way that you had hoped. And real quickly before I clarify this row, I'd mentioned that I would speak to this as if this was two separate people. And I failed to do that. With that Queen of Wands, like I said, someone who's very passionate. I do feel like if this Queen of Swords has come in offering the Sun and this cup of love, you've decided to move on from someone else here. Because there's something about it that's not quite satisfying to you or to that other person. So that could be the case, that you've had to choose who to be with, right? In the Strength position. All right, Five of Wands. Why do we have that? We have the Three of Cups. So feeling conflicted about this reuniting, but also feeling conflicted that they're going to move on without you. Okay, with the Star, we have the Nine of Swords. So it's, yeah, you're definitely feeling some stress about this, for sure. And the Queen of Cups. And you know, it's interesting. I feel like, again, I feel like that Queen of Cups is still the same person here. And I feel that way because we have the Divine Feminine in the outcome. The Divine Feminine, you could think of as the Empress, right? She embodies all aspects of the Tarot Queens. So we have the Sword, the Wand, the Cup. We're just missing the Queen of Pentacles so far. But I think that, so a couple of things here. I do feel like you're feeling stressed because I feel like you really deeply care about this person. I feel like you also feel like this is your counterpart. We have the King and Queen of Cups together here now. So there's a lot of love here. But I think there's also still some conflict about whether or not this is something that can be healed with us having both the Star and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Cups. I want to get one more there. Give me one more on the Four of Swords. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. So it's like, do we let it end or do we not? Because I do feel like, you know, we have the Judgment card here. This is someone from the past that you've already experienced an ending with. However, this is also someone that you've experienced a Ten of Cups with, which is ultimate fulfillment, right? Emotional fulfillment. And so you've had both with this person. The ultimate in emotional fulfillment, also the ultimate in pain, right? With that Ten of Swords. And so it's like trying to decide, are you going to let this person retreat or are you going to reunite with this person? So definitely a challenge. Let's see what we get for a potential outcome here. Let's see if that gives us any indication of which way to go here. Now we have the Divine Feminine. It says magnetic receptive power. And so could definitely be dealing with a feminine counterpart here. Someone that sits in their feminine energy. And when I say that, it's very similar to that Queen of Wands I was discussing. Someone who's magnetic. They draw things to themselves. They're almost mystical in a way. Intuitive. You know, we have that Queen of Cups here. But, you know, the Divine Feminine also doesn't deal with any nincompoops. Like the Queen of Swords cuts out the crap, right? She doesn't tolerate, she's capable of making a logical decision and removing her emotions. And so this Divine Feminine is sitting in all of that energy. She can tap into it at any time. And she has this hawk here sitting on one of her hands. You can see that she's got that sort of bird's eye view wisdom as well. And that hawk also represents a connection to spirit. So we have the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Hermit. So again, it's kind of like this expand or retreat type of energy. I do feel like this decision is going to put you into a very thoughtful place with the Hermit here. And you can see his lantern is shining on making this choice. So let's see what else we get here with this combo of cards. And you know, with that seeds growing, that being in the challenge position. I just feel like how that applies to this situation of whether you reunite or you let this person move on. I feel like you just want more time, is what it feels like. Like you want there to be a guarantee. Like you want to know how it's going to turn out before it turns out, right? The Three of Wands, we have the Six of Swords. And the Seven of Pentacles. The King of Cups. Oh, what was I saying about that Queen of Pentacles? Hadn't shown up yet. Here she is. And the Knight of Cups. And with the Hermit, we have the Six of Cups and the Moon. So let's see, I haven't gone through the signs, have I? We have Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer again. So quite a few of the signs here. In the potential outcome here, it's interesting. We have this Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, so I feel like there's a lot of waiting here. I feel like this feminine has been waiting for you for some time. And it's like, perhaps at this juncture, if you're not ready to make a decision, they're going to have to move on in order to continue to expand here. So it's kind of like you're either in the boat or you're not, right? See how this guide has these two figures in the boat that he's leading into calmer waters. Now, I'm going to pull a little bit more on that here in just a moment. With the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So this person is, clearly offering you the full shebang. You are dealing with a divine feminine. We have all four queens here. And it's almost like they come to you one more time and say, okay, choice time. And I think you have incredibly deep feelings for this person. And they are offering the same to you. But I almost feel like you have additional work to do when it comes to your fears. With the Hermit and the Moon showing up here, especially in relation to this dynamic, this soulmate energy. We have the Six of Cups showing up there, and it's like there's still fears going on here with you because you want to take it slow. You want to move slowly and plant those seeds and just see how they go. I'm gonna get one more up here, like I was talking about. Yeah, it's like Two of Swords. Do I stay or do I go? Do I let him go or do I wait and see what happens? Not an easy choice here, clearly. I feel like this person is very much standing in their power here. when it comes to what they want, how they feel. And I don't feel like they're afraid to completely expose that to you. But I think what they want is something that is going to be stable, long-term, emotional, something where there is vulnerability and openness, passion, all the things. When you get the divine feminine or you get the divine masculine, you're dealing with someone who's capable of doing the entire rainbow when it comes to anything you deal with in relationships here, right? Now, I do feel like, there's a child in that boat. There's also children on the Six of Cups. So that could be playing into your decision process here. You may actually have children with this person. That may not apply to everyone here, but you're clearly you're a pair. We have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I would definitely watch. I don't remember the readings, so I feel like it would be a good idea to watch that Mercury retrograde video again. I might even do it just to ease my own curiosity here. So let's get a full moon message for you. Full moon in Aries. What do we have for Aquarius during the full moon in Aries? Step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. So definitely being asked to kind of go for something you wouldn't go for normally, right? Like the North Node is our destined path, and the South Node represents past karma, like where we have experience and what we've already done. And so you might want to look at where your North Node sits in your natal chart and kind of look up what that means for you. The current North Node sits in Gemini and is getting ready to move into Taurus at the end of 2021. Maybe it's in January, February of 2022. And so we'll feel a shift as that North Node shifts signs. Let's see what cards we get to go with this. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So it feels like you're being asked to expand in a way that is probably going to feel uncomfortable. Yeah. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. I wanted to see more about what this expansion was here for the Three of Wands. But what I really feel like is that, your challenge was this waiting for those seeds to sprout, waiting like time, right? And we have the earth element here with the King of Pentacles, that's Taurus, and the Ace of Pentacles here. And so it's like, and with the Queen of Pentacles, and we have that King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like to me, what this is saying is that you're waiting for seeing these seeds grow. You want more time to make sure this is a stable thing, right? And I feel like what you're being asked to do is to understand that the stability that you're You already are the stability. It goes with you wherever you go. And so I feel like you're being asked to see beyond time here, almost. It's like seeing beyond and recognizing that you embody that stability that you're hoping for. And then by doing so, there really is no waiting, right? You're kind of stepping out of that comfort zone because you know you carry it with you. And that's kind of what that feels like to me, especially with you showing up here as the King of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, those new seeds. And we have the new seed here with the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like this would be a very passionate new start with this person, and something that could be built stable over time. But I think it's more about recognizing that that is already what you are. That's already what they are. Very interesting reading there, Aquarius. It's kind of getting a little kooky there at the end, but I hope you found that helpful. Again, go check out that Mercury retrograde and kind of refresh on what that has to say, because I do feel like that ties in with whatever conversations, communication's been going on between you two during this time as we enter that post-shadow period this week. So could be a big full moon for you. I hope it goes well, and I will see you next week for the wrap-up readings for October.